Pete, where do you want to take the party? It's up to you to carry this thing. You got to carry it a little faster because all day we've been going slow as shit.
Yes, I know. Yeah, so we shall leave this place unless people want to talk to somebody else. I don't think there's
No, they
much
don't. They've been
urge
just
one way or
staring
the
at
other.
the same guy for a while now, and he's getting
Yes,
uncomfortable.
yes. Well, yeah, we'll leave.
Yay! Right. You guys head out from the halfway inn or the House of Vespulo if you're fancy, and you are back in the Australian embassy. Hours have passed there, about the same amount of time as you spent there, roughly. And the Elven kids tell you that the mayor was very, very disappointed to have missed you, but he hopes you can join him tonight for dinner, which is very soon.
Sure. Got to do
Would
the
you
right
like to go in
thing.
your togas or in your
No,
19th century clothes?
get dressed up for the occasion.
Right. You guys have seen the old movies where people are wearing like the top hats, the canes, spats, all that stuff. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys are getting dressed up like that by people who work in the embassy with animal heads and stuff like that, and going off to a formal dinner, apparently. Everybody give me etiquette rolls. It's a lot of watching people kiss McKay's ass all evening. They're doing so in hopes of getting future favors, making friends with an influential pillar of the society who comes and goes, apparently to Australia. Tommy Barlow's just, he's not great at these things. I mean,
At least
he
you've actually got some knowledge of etiquette more than some of the other characters.
oh yeah. If he had fumbled, that'd have been bad. They had him do the Charlie Chaplin thing with the dinner rolls and forks. But oh man, but yeah, the apparently etiquette is an important skill to build up here. So you guys have one of those fancy dinners and stuff. It just shows them slurping the soup. Yeah, that sounds good. So, right. Eventually, that pain and agony ends, and then you guys have a good night's sleep, good breakfast the next day, and then you do the same thing with different places for the next 3 days. Because when the Australian ambassador comes to town, he has to do the social rounds. It's gotten worse, McKay. People are now trying to hook up their animal-headed daughters with you, some of whom look uncertain as to whether it would work.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting question. We've yet to find out the outcome of that, haven't we?
No, you have actually, because Alex Kinley immediately fucked the tiger lady when
Yeah. No, we know that worked. We don't know whether or not the lioness version of Princess Danny gave birth or not.
Do you want him to go on a rampage or a fuck page? Fuck rampage? I don't know what it would be, a fuck page. See what all you can pay with. That'd be an unusual assignment even for Alex Kinley. But yeah, so you're ending up meeting a lot of young women, and everybody's asking if you're coming to the coming out ceremony, where like the young women of the society and whatnot have hit the age of barely legal, and their parents are trying to get them married off in good 19th century tradition. And all the older lecherous men go there in order to see which piece of young crumpet they may take for
yes.
Yeah. And of course, everybody's hoping that you will come. Big event, big social event.
How far away is it?
It's about 6 months.
I cannot guarantee that I will be there, but if I am in San Angeles, I will certainly attend.
Cut to it shows them at different San Angeles. Well, fuck. Now my word is shit. I am in San Angeles, but a different one altogether. No problem. Yeah, they do their best to talk you into going and talk about how great it's going to be, etc.
Yes.
But I know that McKay is really, that's not one of his buttons. He's not like, oh, I'm going to get back home. Yeah, no, he's not really a hose monster.
No. Bestiality.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yes, furry sex. Woohoo. I can't remember what the what are they called? The something piles? I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about. That's new force. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
No.
So, right, you guys are last ready to leave this zone and go to a different one if you would like, unless you've got, you really don't have a business that needs stuff here. I mean, your business partners and stuff meet with you. There's all kinds of stuff. The other two guys bored out of their fucking minds.
Talking about mines, isn't this where they've been mining? Or like digging out the sewers? Or where was that?
Yes, that's here. We could.
Have they made any progress or no?
They don't go if we're not there with them. They refuse to go into sewers unless they're accompanied by us or our associates, which I can understand.
Should we continue doing that, or did you have other pressing matters?
I have no pressing matters besides the big picture pressing stuff that we all have. That, speaking of, actually, the four-armed individual, we're saying about trying to snipe him or something. It did occur to me that we, unless it's been used, we have access to an RPG with at least 4 rockets. And RPGs tend to shoot over a fair distance.
Santa's RPG.
Yes, exactly.
It says ho 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 on the.
Yes. But yeah, that just as an aside, it occurred to me that yes, we have Santa's RPGs, and RPGs are built to shoot over quite a range because you don't want to be right next to a tank when you shoot at it, or right next to an armored vehicle when you shoot at it. You want to be a fair way away.
It is inconvenient to be up close.
Yes. So that is a possibility. It occurred to me that if we had somebody with any sort of ability.
Not I. That's not me.
Yeah, exactly. Never.
Everybody looks at Tom Tom.
What's up?
If it turns out he actually has that skill, that is the old. I'm gonna give him a card for that.
Yeah.
If he actually.
Do you know how to use an RPG?
I believe was that heavy machinery, like weapons?
Heavy weapon RPG or personal missile launcher or something like that.
I'm looking now, fellas. Stand by.
I'd be impressed if you fucking do, but that's why. Yeah, people are like, oh.
And that's handheld weapons, correct? Held weapons or something like that?
Firearms.
I think it's in the firearms section. There's like two locations or 3 locations for heavy weapons.
I remember seeing it.
Top left side, you got pistol, slung weapon, and heavy weapon.
Oh no, I don't have it now.
Oh.
Yeah, nice.
Oh.
Learn it.
Worth an ask. Yes, we can all learn it.
Sorry, gentlemen.
No. We don't have it either. Just on the slight chance, as we have access to it, we could get our hands onto an RPG, and it would be amusing to use that way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if somebody was good enough to actually be really, really good with it, because usually you're firing at bigger targets than some asshole.
Yes.
And plus, the way that they work is they'll hit and then send in stuff, and then that explodes inside. So you actually hit an individual, unless like you got him right behind a thin metal wall or something like that, which would.
Or we modify the.
Oh yeah.
Or we modify them.
Right.
With Doc's demolition skill, as we previously had modified them.
Yeah, if you had somebody for something like that, though, that would probably be a relatively quick and easy end to that dude. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear how we got out of Land of the Lost, Doc?
No.
And Thomas.
I don't even think I've ever been there.
An interesting location. Are you
I don't think
familiar
I've
with
been
the
there
old
either. Or was that? Oh wait, that was where.
the dinosaurs, the
Okay,
Slee
yeah.
Stack?
Okay, gotcha. Right.
Yeah. Sorry, Land of the Lost was one of the names it's known as.
Okay.
I was going to say, if you want 2 more cards, you've got somebody else you could take there. Chris, what are you doing with your fucking hair? Are you trying to braid dreadlocks?
What? No, I'm just fucking around.
I think you should braid
Playing
dreadlocks.
with his hair.
One dreadlock. Then you will look like a freak of nature.
Put beads on it.
Yeah. So,
Anyway,
if you were to take him there, that'd get more cards, I suppose.
Yeah. It's just annoying to get to that way.
Mm-hmm.
So we're traveling to the Land of the Lost.
No, not quite. We might. It's just that it's and it's hard to get out of again because the gate that takes you there is a one-way gate.
Oh.
So basically, there's a gate halfway down a 30-meter waterfall that you go through that then exits out halfway down a waterfall in the Land of the Lost. Are you familiar with the old TV series from the 70s, I think, called Land of the Lost?
Yes, I am.
Right, that's what it is.
Okay.
Slee Stack, the pylons with the glowing gems, etc., etc.
Nice.
All right, so this won't mean too much to you because you haven't been there, Tom. It's going to be a bit hard to describe how to get there. But Doc, you know how there was the jungle where we saw there was 4 pylons in the distance in the jungle?
Yeah.
All right, so we investigated all the pylons. There is one pylon of the second pylon that can control time. And the 4th pylon, the door wouldn't open. So what you have to do to get the door open on the 4th pylon, sorry, my apologies, the third pylon has the time travel. Basically, you activate the gems in the 3rd pylon that causes time to speed up. What you've got to do is get the 3 moons to eclipse each other, so to be overlapping. And when you do that, that causes the 4th pylon to open up. The 4th pylon is a gate. When you go in there, you then use the gems, and then they take you somewhere. We ended up in, I don't know if it's random or if it's always to the same location, but we ended up in someone's living room in Gotham.
And that's at the Land of the Lost?
Yeah.
You guys want to try to get their stuff from the police station? I'm not one. Maybe I can try to finagle something.
Well, it wasn't like we could control where it came out in Gotham.
Okay.
It was more, we touched the gems to try and see where we went, and we appeared in someone's living room. So when we stepped out, you couldn't see the pylon. It was like we're stepping out of a wall.
Okay.
But yes, it could be that if you touched the gems in a different combination, you would appear somewhere else. Unfortunately, we don't know that much about how to use the gems to control that much. The waterfall that you climbed up and went through and looked out the waterfall at the other side, that gate actually goes to a different zone. That other waterfall is somewhere else.
Okay.
It's not in the Land of Lost. And the Land of Lost is a mini realm. It's not an entire world. So the northern mountains wrap around to the southern mountains, and the western mountains wrap around to the eastern mountains.
Now, another thing we could do is we still haven't checked out the temple.
The Temple of Dagon?
Yeah.
Back. Was there any questions or anything you had, Tom, about stuff you've encountered or things that you've wondered about?
I was just that one campaign about the words. Did you come up with a saying?
Yeah. I posted it in. If you scroll up.
Okay, cool. That way I can check that out later. Cool.
Yeah. So
other than that, I'd have to,
Yeah, just if there was anything that you've been curious about or questions you had about the whole circumstance or anything that you've wondered about.
Yeah.
I may or may not be able to tell you what we've been able to work out so far.
I think I've only been to like about 3 or 4 campaigns, so nothing too much has happened with me to.
Yep.
Yeah,
To
that's why I
get
kind of take a sit back, mentality towards this and just taking all the information,
Yep. Fair enough.
By the way, Doc Fulton, during the week or so of social rounds that McKay was doing, I figured you just dropped your whatever mysterious thing you were left.
Well, I wanted to look at it, both of them, at some point, but I'd keep it on me.
You'd keep it on you. Okay. The one thing is indeed a flute, a silver flute. The other thing seems to be do you remember the old 5 1/4 inch floppy computer disks?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, bit larger, and seems to be made of some sort of odd metal that you don't recognize.
Is magic still not working very well in this here, right? Or does it work here?
By 3, I think it is now.
Not great.
By 3 it is here.
I would try to look at it with the glasses.
Ooh, which thing?
Both, actually. Well, one at a time, clearly. But so first, the floppy disk.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. So,
Perfect.
and then the flute. They're both non-magic. I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about.
Perfect.
I give the flute to one of the kids.
Well, with that willpower roll, you couldn't even get your goggles to work here.
That's fine. I'll just go to a magic zone and check them out later. But I'll keep them both on me.
All
Because
right.
I don't trust anybody.
Okay.
They don't like me anymore because of things. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, where to, for the love of God, please?
All right. So, did we want to go and check out the? How did you defeat the Shoggoth?
Mm-hmm.
I became Mecha Doc. And,
you did do the Mecha Doc, yeah?
Yeah, I stomped on it for a while.
Okay. And that did the trick.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, it was still rough, but
yeah.
It took a long time.
Did your golf club get bigger with you?
So actually, I had them make me a fist covering that looked like a giant mitten. So when I became gigantic Doc,
yeah,
I had a big magic mitten to beat the Shoggoth with that had a big elder sign on it.
Oh, nice. Well, did you find someone who could do elder signs? Did you?
Well, I described to them what you need to do, and their mages all got together and did some weird ritual magic, and they did really, really well with it. Like they're like, "Oh yeah, we've dealt with that before." I was like, "What?"
Wow.
And they did it. So I mean, we have a giant magical mitten versus Cthulhu monsters in MMO land.
Drop tag?
All right.
So if there's another Shoggoth, I know what to do.
Hopefully that Shoggoth was the guardian of the temple and left the temple.
That's what I'm thinking, and that's kind of why I would like to go there. One of the things I would like to do.
Yep, all right. So let's gear up for there and head over there then. Okay,
that sounds good.
You'll find
that's definitely something we've been wanting to do.
Yeah. I mean, besides clearing out the sewers a bit further and finding some more interesting places we've never seen before. Because there's also the fairy ring that we haven't checked out yet that we think's a gate in the sewers, as an aside.
Right. We can go look at that later too.
Yeah. But I think we worked out that one needs magic points to activate.
Mm-hmm.
So are we talking sewers now?
No, we're talking gearing. Tom, you're fine to go to the MMO land, to Kinleyville?
Absolutely.
All right. Yep, we're going to go to... do you need any... There's some stuff we can pick up here that'll be useful for there. Otherwise, we can get stuff there, depending on if there's any gear you need, Tom.
I have... what kind of gear do we need?
It's MMO land is basically fantasy world. fantasy medieval land.
Okay.
They'll
Fair enough.
probably give us whatever we need to.
Yeah. Just if there was anything, there's some stuff that might be easier to get here because it's better quality. Like if we want to get rope and stuff like that.
True.
Because, well, actually, we've got modern day rope here, for example, as in Gotham/red carpet quality, high quality rope and climbing gear.
Oh, Logan, and I assume my mitten was still the same size when I became regular Doc. It didn't like shrink down with me.
You are correct.
Okay, and when I became naked, right? Like I became naked Mecha Doc.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, you could have used the mitten as a cock cover.
Right.
Mecha Doc with his cock. Yeah, Mecha cock. How would you like to go to the MMO place?
Clems, after swapping gearing up for there, as I'm keeping my gear here, as it's a good drop-off point.
Sure you don't want to go in dressed as a 19th century aristocrat?
I could.
You totally
Tempting.
could. It's very comfortable feeling to you for reasons.
What does the
Exactly.
MMO stand for?
Sorry?
What does the MMO stand for?
Massive
Massive
multiplayer online.
Player online.
Say again, please. I'm sorry.
Massive multiplayer online.
Okay.
You know, like World of Warcraft and
I'm not big on that stuff, so.
yeah, no, it's all good. But basically, the backstory is that people in cyberpunk world went into a more advanced multiplayer game, and they ended up in this land. They're no longer linked to their bodies that were in Night City, cyberpunk world. But yeah, that's how they got there, and that's why we what the slang term we use for it is MMO land.
So when we go to
Which
this,
is
to Clems, how do we say that we're going to there?
Kinleyville,
Kinleyville.
sorry. Yes, the town where Clems is over there has had its name changed from, I think it was Home Sweet Home to begin with. It is now known as Kinleyville because of a lot of stuff that Alex Kinley did there. For some reason they treat him as like a demigod or something.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
You guys
So-
arrive
Yeah, so they'll be able to equip you with other stuff if we need further gear.
You guys arrive at Clem's in Kinleyville. This Clem's is different than the others. It still has the barbershop window and stuff, but outside it looks like they've got defensive trench with spikes, several different catapults and ballista and shit, all aimed here. Pretty much if they see something they don't like or sudden movement, they can unleash hell into here. They have pitch pots that are constantly kept burning, stuff like that. They see it's you guys and go, come out quick. Come over to go stand at the red flag. The red flag.
Has this gotten even more militarized from the last
Yes.
time?
Yes.
Am I
Stand at the
right,
red
Tommy? Am I right, Tommy? You've never been here before?
Oh,
Just once recently with Doc and Freddie.
Okay, yeah, I've been here. Beautiful.
no problem. They guide you out of their little maze of death.
Hmm.
Oh shit! Before we go and do anything here, we need to go to the Dove and tell the people in the painting.
Yes, we do. Shit, yeah.
Where are you
Right,
going? Oh, this
We
way.
need-
This way.
We'll be right back.
We need to go to where some of your people are.
Don't step there. No, not there. Right. You guys head over to Gothic.
Yep.
No problem. You head over to the White Dove, big building. It looks like they've got some extra guards and stuff here. Things are really happening here.
Did you work out who or what had smashed the glass at Clem's when we were here when we were doing quickly came here to grab stuff when we were with Alex?
Mm-mm.
Okay. There's been no further attempts
Nope.
to hassle you? All right. All right. Anyway, yes.
Steve Butler says, hello, may I help you?
Hey,
Good
how
to see you
goes?
back.
We need to get to the library ASAP.
No problem. Hey, a person will escort you there and make sure workmen and stuff, you can yell at them to get out of your way.
Is this the same guy that was here previously or a new guy?
Yes. Yes, he knows you. Same guy.
Same guy. All right. He hasn't.
No problem. He takes you guys over there. He says,
I go off.
I'll put on some food. And he heads off.
I go into the painting.
Yes. I'll go into the painting as well.
Mm.
Oh, sorry. Before I go into the painting, have you been into the painting previously, Tom? Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
You haven't taken yourself in yet, though, right?
No, I have.
No, I mean just by yourself.
Not this particular place, but I've been to at the Shadow Academy. I went through the painting.
This painting of the library?
This is the painting of the library that was in the Shadow Academy.
Yes.
Oh,
We
okay.
removed it from there.
Cool. Roll essence times 5.
Ooh, essence by 2. Lovely. Oh, sorry. I did a willpower. Damn it. I thought it was will.
Oh, it might be. I don't know.
It's always been essence.
I did.
It's been essence? Okay, yeah. Well, I'll make essence by 5.
I know it's an alphabetical order I'm trying to find. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Is that in help me out here.
The
That'd be at
basic
the top. It's one of your stats.
yeah, the basic info
Gotcha.
tab. Yeah, on the right hand side.
Times 5, you said?
Yes. Beautiful.
Everybody's inside. And right.
Wow.
The guys are currently working on cataloging and doing stuff and reading and all that kind of shit. They're very into it. But it's interesting because they've got like looks like the outside of the main, like, don't mess with this because it'll change what it looks like and you can't get out and you'll die in here because they figured it out. They're mages.
Good.
They've set up traps and shit. So, like, noisemakers and stuff like that. So if anybody approaches from any of the other vast library areas, then they might hit something and make noise and shit like that and possibly get a fireball in the face or whatever, right? So it looks like they probably spent a couple of days building defenses.
I cough loudly.
Oh yeah, they see you because you also hit noisemakers at some point, I'm sure. They're like happy to see you, and they're like, "Oh, hello, it's you again."
How's it going here? Just making sure everything was cool.
You've got a lot of work here. If we had more people, we could get to this, then we would. But ever since we discovered the latest tragedy,
What tragedy?
only gonna have a limited
romance
number of people.
novel
What?
A romance novel tragedy or a
No.
historical tragedy or
What? They look at you as though you're insensitive and being mean to them.
We're in a
No,
library.
we've discovered that not all of the people can travel through the clems. This makes us wonder if some of our children might be not Dora's.
How did you discover that?
When they tried to go through and couldn't.
To come through to where?
Well, we had gone back a couple days ago because we didn't see you guys for a couple days, so we figured maybe you were dead. So we had sent, and we were asking for more assistance and such, and we figured some of the younger generation could really be a big help, and this would be a big thing for them. And they couldn't make it. Oh.
All right. So has anybody been noting down who can and can't come through when genealogy to see if there's anything relating to that?
They have now. God damn it, cat. Excuse me a moment. The cat is fucking with me.
I'm really hoping that it doesn't turn out that the only kids that can come through are Alex's kids. I'm hoping there's a bit more to it than that.
I think the cat really wanted to go out to take a shit or run around or do whatever it is it does, but it's cold and shitty out, and the cat's like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So it had to fight with it.
No.
Yeah. Now it's out.
With a little help.
Oh,
Shoot.
it's quicker than I am, unfortunately. So, anyway, yeah, we'll take care of that and find out what's going on. Yes, I mean,
Lovely.
we're already doing it, I'm sure.
Yes.
Shifty
Well,
dog.
Darius did seem to indicate that he was aware that not everybody could travel through Clems, so presumably he's already looking into it.
Oh.
When I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago.
Oh. We don't normally talk to our ruler as much as you guys do.
Mm-hmm. Well, whoever you report to up the line to pass the message on.
So,
The
what
Magic
do you guys
Council or
need?
whatever.
Great. What do you guys need here?
We
I just wanted to see
well,
how things were
yeah.
going, and you figured out the whole thing in the front, which I figured you might, but we wanted to make sure.
Well, if we hadn't, you wouldn't have been able to get in, and we would have been stuck here forever. So I'm glad we did.
Well,
Logan
we don't
thought-
know what would have happened.
We're pretty sure if you rearrange it enough, then it's done. Whether it breaks it permanently or temporarily, we do not know.
No. Yeah, one of the theories is it or may link it to somewhere else.
They get that look in their eyes like they're thinking about experimenting with the nuclear bomb, and they really have no idea how fusion works. But, you know, you have a hammer, you may as well give it a shot, right?
So have you been exploring deeper into the stacks?
We were thinking about it, but it's super dangerous feeling. We don't really feel confident in that. So we were going to wait until the next generation was born and grew up, which should be in a month or so, and then send in some parties of adventurers to see if any return. I mean, what they find.
A month or so. Well, I didn't realize it was that quick.
Sometimes it can be. It seems that if the women concentrate on it and such, then it can. I'm not sure how this all works, he says.
Yeah. Have you found anything of interest?
Yes, lots.
Such as?
Well, there's these seeds that are in a tree, and when the wind blows, they rattle, and they can be used to make an interesting percussive instrument. You're going to have to really narrow down what is interesting to you, because what's interesting to us is everything.
So you found a book about that, did you?
Yes.
And why was that of interest?
We've never heard of the tree, the type of musical instrument it is, or anything of that.
Have you found anything that you could make use of now?
Oh,
or that
now?
others could make use of now?
No. It'll take us a while to work through this. Just cataloging, because anytime we stop to start reading, it slows down on the cataloging.
Yes, it would.
We estimate the cataloging will take a little while.
That is what our impression was. It would take several skilled librarians a year or two.
Maybe a bit more. With a lot more librarians. We need more staff, but we are finding useful things. We're trying to not read everything, but the problem is when you uncover new knowledge, you want to stop and read it. What we could really do with is about 50 qualified librarians and other people who can come in and out of the painting easily to bring food, water, take away waste, stuff like that. There's no bathrooms here. Do you know there are no bathrooms here?
That is very inconvenient.
It really is. But if we can get
yep, sorry, yep, food, water,
yeah, the
toilet,
usual things.
porta potties.
Yes, but if we can get
sorry, go.
if we can get 50 librarians to work on this, we estimate we may be done in your time period.
Yes. All right. So had Doc asked you to look for any keep an eye out for any particular types of knowledge books?
Oh, we're trying to find Magitech stuff so we can better our home nation, but there's so much here.
Have you found any of that? Any about that?
Well, not yet, but we may be onto a good seam of books eventually.
Lovely. What about ones which are basic magic text books, such as the 8 or so that we found previously?
No, we found something called The Toad in the Hole. It's a very captivating book.
I see. And by chance, have you found anything about Zog?
Well, yes.
Beautiful. May we see it, or them,
Of course.
or the shelf, or whatever it is.
It's some clay tablets and stuff.
Oh.
We think that this may be about Zog. It says property of Zog. If found, please return to Evil Temple. It seems to be written in a different language, though, they say, pointing at the Phoenician characters.
So try and work out what it says.
It disturbs you. It says, if found, please return to Zog in English, though.
Yes. Language. New skill. No idea.
There's no such thing as ancient Phoenician writings. It's obviously a bunch of shit.
Phoenician is with a PH, by the way, Chris.
I'm not out of spot. What?
That is amazing.
Phoenician is
I've
with a
never
P.
thought of that.
PH.
No, I just did it phonetically, so I don't care.
Yeah.
That's a language?
Yeah.
I'll give it a run.
Yeah, Bargain Man can.
If the bargain man can. And it's what is it? What I learn?
Yep.
I don't mess around with this stuff, dude. No, thank you.
Cool.
It's all gibberish.
Yes.
That's how you spell Phoenician. I shall use one of my decoder rings.
All right. I keep forgetting you have those fucking things. Anyway, no problem.
Try and make it in weird ancient language.
You guys read up on essentially it talks about Zog was working on pulling in more and more evil and such like that, and he was trying to search for the location of somebody named Korn
with a K.
Korn, and I put that in mostly there for Tom because you maybe think we're talking about some sort of vegetable or something.
He had many cows that needed feeding.
Yes, but he was seeking him out in order to join into his service so that he could ascend to the next level of ultimate power. But before he was able to do that, a couple nations got together, captured him, and they then secreted him to what none may find him till the destroyer of worlds came.
Doc, does it say Dr. James Fulton in brackets?
No, it does talk about the destroyer of worlds would come and free him, and then he would punish the universe for fucking with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's nice that you get to hang out with the Destroyer of Worlds in your spare time there, Joshua.
I already knew he was the destroyer of worlds, so we've already had that prophecy told to us.
Yes, it's amazing how it just keeps coming back and coming back and coming back. And he never, ever denies it. He's like, damn, Skippy.
All right. So nothing particularly new there from what we've already learned.
You guys have an unusually large amount of information on somebody that was born before any of the Greek guys started coming up with shit. And we don't have a huge amount of information on some of even the famous ones today.
Mm-hmm. That's right. But it does confirm some of the stuff that we've heard.
Indeed.
About him searching for corn and stuff. So.
Yes. And then.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to know before we leave this place for another place?
Oh,
right.
I'm gonna do something right quick. I'll be back. You can guys poke around. I'll be back. I just go get some sweets, come back, write a little note. I put my intergalactic bracelet phone number on the paper, and I put it where I put the Happy Pie.
Got it. The Happy Pie is still there.
He thinks it's trapped or something. Okay, but I'll put the note there. You never know.
No problem. Right. Fulton eventually comes back. Possibly he was working on destroying another world in his spare time.
While he's gone, I'll have a glance over the catalogue they've been putting together.
No problem.
Is it a card catalogue or is it the book forms?
Probably the book forms to start with. You're thinking there's a lot more than a couple of years worth of work, depending on how carefully you do it.
I'll just scan through what they've catalogued just to see if there's anything of interest.
Nothing jumped out at you immediately, but there's pretty much they're trying to. If you give them a while, then eventually they can get down they can make the roll so it's always at half rather than fuck you amounts of roll.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they're working on it. You do see some notation like one of them made in a margin. Are we in L space? Letter L.
Are we in library space?
Okay.
All right.
Where to?
In hand. Let's go to MMO land now again.
I'll say to them, we're heading to Kinleyville.
They give you notes and shit to take.
Yeah.
Please.
Is there mail that you'd like us to take? Yes. Is there any?
Bag. And wait, it comes with a costume. Hey, who wishes to dress as a mailman?
I'll dress as the mailman. I don't care.
All right, excellent. They put you as a jaunty 1950s mailman. There's a little bit of old blood on the shirt.
Why didn't you just take it from his house? You didn't have to kill him for it.
We didn't.
I suppose considering the amount of massacres that have been happening in Burlington.
No problem. Right, you've got your bag of mail and stuff from them, and you guys then eventually reappear back at Kinleyville. You get led through, and they're like, "Oh, mail's here, mail's here." Oh, aren't they clever, you think? No problem. They lead you through their ever-changing minefield of unhappiness, and you guys get taken off to Darius and Claire's large place, and it's kind of a combination of like ruling palace and home.
Mm-hmm.
And they make sure you have some good meals. They get the mail and stuff, and they get them. Eventually, you get changed out of the mailman thing. They put somebody else in it, and then they make him go deliver the fucking mail. Then they keep their own mail. Basically, you get entertained for a couple of days here And you notice that when you go back and forth to these different zones, pretty much it's really, unless you're in a huge hurry, it's everybody takes a lot of time because to visit with each other and stuff. You're thinking because they don't have cell phones, computers, or the internet. So there's a lot of visiting going on.
Story exchange and all that sort of stuff.
Exactly. I mean, after they
Information
figure out a way
story
to
exchange.
after they figure out a way to get the computers and internet down here, they'll go back to ignoring you. But for now,
I'll say to Darius that the people at the library have worked out about how some of the offspring are not
no problem.
Dora, not able to use claims.
No problem. Everybody give me an empathy roll. Yeah, they're upset about that as well. But, god damn. How's Tom do? Nice. Okay, you guys go. All of you notice that there's a lot of women that are discreetly or overtly flirting with Doc Fulton. There's some flirtation with you guys as well, more of like, oh, somebody new, ooh, But there's a lot of them that are flirting with Doc Fulton. Apparently, he's risen in the how loved he is here quite a bit for some reason.
Squash, sugar, splat.
Yeah, that may have done it. Some long ass epic fight with a fucking terrifying monster does tend to make a certain kind of woman pay interest to you. And plus, of course, they're just this place has become a baby factory. There's constantly kids running around, which is really saying something because they don't stay kids for long here. Whereas in real life, you got 18 long years of hell. In this, it's like weeks. So.
Go Doc. Go Doc. Go Doc.
No, it never turns out well.
Big one for the team.
I gave him a card for that. Anyway, oh yeah, I would love nothing more than for Doc to have a bunch of little Docs running around here.
One's enough.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully it won't turn out like Cain Verastus's thing. Yeah, he still remembers that shit. Best bad guy ever. Anyway, so.
Well, my team wasn't so goddamn incompetent. It would have been a lot better, but.
Essentially what happened is his character had a kid. The main bad guy said, and he took the kid and he raised it with love and attention like it was his own and turned it against his father. And years later in the campaign, he had to fight him. And he's like, no! And he found out who it was.
I am your father.
So, yeah, good times. Reduce your hand by 1 there, John.
And which one did I get rid of, guys? Let me see here. The one I just picked up was a skill plus 10.
No idea. I just gave you a card. Didn't tell me what it was.
That's the one I got. I'm just curious. You guys know the other ones I had, so is this the least one I should get rid of?
Can you go through them again, right quick?
Yeah, it's the slip up, lose stun damage, the replenish, and the have an NPC draw 4 cards, along with the new one I just picked up, the skill plus 10.
All those are pretty good.
Yes, they are.
You should have had one of the librarians draw some cards or something like that. That would have been handy.
Janet.
Which one do you think? I mean, you guys would know better than me.
You still got to ditch one of his cards. I'd probably ditch the skill 10 and then I'd play.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
One of the other cards.
I just ditched
some.
Oh, no.
It's on the tomato truck if you need it, Chris.
Yeah, I'll take the skill 10. It's better than the clip one I have. A full clip is a happy clip.
Another question for Darius or one of the Darius's lieutenants or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a story room where they put our stuff that we leave here?
No, nobody really leaves anything here. A lot of the stuff here is very communal property and stuff.
Okay. No, just wanted to get a feel for.
Yeah, this right now they're in the expansion thing. Essentially, Darius is going to end up, you're thinking, becoming an emperor pretty quick with a lot of towns under him and stuff. But one monster can wipe out hundreds of humans. So
Yes. Well, since we're here for a couple of days before we head off, and it's magic nice place.
oh yeah. Doc Fulton then suddenly remembers where he is. Go, aha!
No, I want to look at the flute, and I want to look at the.
Yeah, you guys, I'm sure, can find a room where you got privacy and stuff, even though there may be women lurking around nearby. They're just trying to steal your essence.
I mean, if that's all they need, they're not looking for like a father. They just need more.
Oh yeah, they just need
The breeding seed.
They want some love.
That's fine. I don't mind that because I don't really want ties. I'm always going to different places.
Oh, in this land, it's rather interesting because pretty much all the men are expected to raise all the kids, but it's all the lineage and the lines and stuff are all through the woman. Last names are through the woman because everybody knows exactly who came out of who. So it's I wouldn't say it's a matriarchal society, but they're tracing their lineage and stuff by the female.
All right, I got the flute, and then I got the floppy disk by quarter.
Okay. Let's start with the easy one then. The flute itself. It does, fortunately for the guy who gave it to you, it does what it's supposed to do. Right. Make a note that it's from the halfway in. So if I need to look up its exact stats and stuff. Essentially, as long as you're making your flute playing skill, it may cause ghosts or spirits to freeze mesmerized. The better you play it, the harder it is for them to resist. However, if you fuck up playing it, they may attack you. And if you really fuck it up, they may haunt you until you can play it well. And by haunt, I mean there could be all kinds of downsides. So
you hear that, Batman? Ha ha ha! I put my quarter back.
Take a card, Chris. All right, and then the other thing, the disc, if you will, it's not super delicate, but it's about 15 centimeters length and width, a couple centimeters or so thick. It's not super delicate, but falls and such could crack its casing. This is not something you want to have on you while you're adventuring, in other words.
Okay.
Let's see. Checking out the disc. What you get from your thing is it's essentially a one-shot expendable magic item of some sort, but it needs both magic and tech to run. Yeah. Yeah. Also, it probably needs other shit with it to run. You've got the key, but not the lock, so to speak. Plus the whatever kind of computer thing it goes into or whatever.
Great.
Yeah. Happy days. Oh, what a day. What a joyous day.
What a lovely day.
What a lovely day.
Oh, what a day. What a lovely day.
Thank you, Pete. Yeah. Anything else you guys need to check out before adventure? Hopefully, adventure. You guys are running out of time quickly.
I'm just gonna go through some spells real quick.
It's a lazy Sunday kind of. He blows himself up. Ah, I'm on fire again.
So what's this for when you guys are doing that?
Casting spells, practicing magic, basically.
And then if you, because the only thing I have is blurred vision, so would I be able to try that or?
Absolutely.
And if you like, I can try and teach you something else.